I want to say a few words concerning the assignments and the tests as well. Has to do with basically how you guys present your work when it is written, all right? And how you submit it. So I just want to go through a couple of examples that I've seen in this class. And I have to be careful here because I don't want to show the names of these persons or their scores because that would be a violation of their privacy rights. So what you're looking at here is an example of an assignment that I graded for one of your peers, one of your fellow students. And the first thing I want to highlight here is that whenever you're doing calculations of any type where units are involved, make sure that you include the units. So as you can see in this case, this particular student lost, not major points, but lost some points. In fact, typically what I do is subtract half a point for each problem where the units are not shown explicitly. As you can see here, I have units in question mark right here, and the student lost a half a point here, and so on, all right? Otherwise, the students did very well in terms of setting up their answers and showing the correct answers. The other thing I want to talk about too is rounding off to the correct number of sig figs, which again, the student has lost points for that as well. In fact, typically I would take off half a points for both not showing this units or rounding off to the correct number of sig figs. So that's basically what I've taken off half a point here. For example, for this question here, I've taken a half a point for both the fact that the student has not rounded off correctly and no units, all right? So it's very important that you show the units, and it's also just as important for you to show the correct number of sig figs that your answer should be rounded off to. Another thing I want to highlight, which this student did, and I think I made mention of it a while ago, and that is that this student actually showed his or her work, all right? And that's very important because I need to be able to follow the logic of your answer so that you can get as many points as you can. As you can see, this student probably got most of the points. The only reason why he or she lost points, as I said before, is because of no units and not rounding off correctly. Another thing I want to point out here, and this is something that I've noticed, not for all of you, but in fact, it's only a couple of you guys, where the document that you have scanned, it comes out real dark and it's very difficult for me to make out what you have written, such as the one that you're looking at here, all right? And I think I have another one here, all right? In this case, it's not dark, but the numbers look fuzzy and I really had to struggle in order to see what was written, all right? So I don't know why this happened, because typically when I scan documents on, on the scanner that we have here on campus or at home, typically it comes out fine, but I don't know why in this case they're dark. But if you can find some way of making it more clear, please, I would appreciate it, because that makes it much easier for me to read and understand what you're writing. Another thing I want to say, and this will be the final thing for now, is, and again, this is not something that most of you are doing, but just to remind you that whenever you're submitting documents in Canvas, please, please, please make sure you submit it as a PDF document, all right? Please do not submit it as JPEG or PNG or any other format. It's PDF, right? And I think I made mention of this before, but I'll say it again. The reason why I require this for my students is because for some reason, downloading something like JPEG from Canvas takes a long time, and I don't have time to waste in terms of waiting on things for download and print. So please make sure that you submit your documents as a PDF document, all right? Okay, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So please take note of what I've just said. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to come. Well, you can come and see me in my office, or you can talk to me on Skype during my office hours. I'm available. And also, let me just say this, since I'm talking about office hours, you can also contact me for office hours when it comes to the assignments as well. So If you have any difficulty that you're encountering with any of the assignments, feel free to contact me for help, because that's what I'm here for. All right? Okay, so that's